Hey guys, what's going on? This is Jules and Otaku here. Okay, as you can see from the video here, we're going to be talking about Shokugeki no Soma, otherwise known as Food Wars. Wonderful anime. If you guys haven't seen it, you guys gotta read and watch the anime. Beautiful story. Love the characters. Okay, we're going to be talking about the news here, okay? I just read the last chapter that just came out earlier today. I'll link you guys below if you guys want to read the chapter. It's chapter 313. My gosh, already 300 chapters. And my gosh, as soon as I opened it up, I saw somebody posted on Tumblr, somebody I followed, and they were telling me, hey guys, like this chapter's up, and they showed me the title, like, and I was just like, oh my gosh, yes. And then I read on the top, as soon as I go into the link, I'm like, what? Wait, 3 chapters left? I mean, are you kidding me? No, this is not happening. Okay, guys, we've come a long way in the story arc, okay? Oh, by the way, spoilers ahead for any of you who have not caught up with the manga or have anything. So just a big warning, spoilers ahead. Guys, we have come a long way. I mean, 313 chapters, and now they're telling us 3 more. No, I'm not believing this. This is... Oh my gosh, I can't believe this. This is not happening, guys, okay? I mean, we just barely gotten into their second year, okay? Oh my gosh. First, before anything, let's just talk about what's going on right now into the manga. Right now, we're in the Blue Arc, which is a big competition where chefs all over the world come, like, they only pick the best. You have to come by invitation. And of course, Soma and some of his friends have gotten that invitation to go. This is the very same food tournament that his dad was offered when he was a teen, but he never went. So he was never able to show off because he left school by then because he was going through his own problems. You guys know what I'm talking about. But Soma, of course, he's going there. He's up for the challenges. He's beating all these guys. And now we're here at chapter 313 where, oh my gosh, a lot of stuff has happened already. We finally get to see Erina's mother. Oh my gosh, and man, you can see where she gets all her looks from. But we get to see Erina's mother, and we also get to see Azami, Erina's father. We get to see him come back. It's just wow, like, and we get to know more of his backstory of why and how, like, why he did what he did in his own arc when we had that challenge with him where he was going to be the headmaster. And then we get to see how he met Erina's mom and why exactly what drove him to what he was now, like why he wanted his own empire of like all the foods had to be exactly the same. And now we know why. It was because of Erina's mom and for Erina as well. Like it was, oh my gosh, I felt for him. Like it really changed my view of him. It's always like this. But not only that, we got to see more of how Erina was like when she was a kid with her mom, like basically the whole dynamic of the Nakiri family with Erina, her mom, and her dad, because we never really got to know more about them. And then when we got to see her father, we didn't get that much information from her mother. A lot of us thought that she might have been dead, but it was never confirmed. And then we suddenly get this, that her mother is the bookmaster. She's like the big judge, and she wants nothing to do with the god tongue, which she also possesses. She also has the god tongue like Erina. So that was a big thing. We thought that, like, I don't know about you guys, but this is what I thought. I thought that Erina was like the first person to ever have the god tongue. I didn't think that there would be anybody else. I didn't know it was something that you inherited genetically from her mother. That's what she did. And man, we go through this whole story about her mom, about how she basically broke down, how the god tongue ruined her, and that's what Azami's goal was. That's why he wanted an empire where it was all the same food, everything was perfect, and nobody tried anything new, so there was no failure. And this is why he wanted it, in order to help his wife. I think she's still his wife. There was never a mention of divorce. She just left. I mean, that's what happened to Erina. She upped and left Erina's life, and then that's what and Azami took over and tried to groom Erina into what she was in order to make sure that she never went to what his wife did. He changed my viewpoint for these characters. It was something. And so this is why we're up into this point where she's a judge. And then remember, we get this new character who is supposed to be Jochiro's second son, and we're all like, what? He had another son? It's like, no. I can't recall the character's name right now, dang it. But, so turns out he's not actually his biological son. He is just someone who Jorichiro took in. He was an orphan, and he is now called what they call a dark chef. So basically he's like a mafia, if that's how you want to put it. Like, it's something. And we had a battle between him and Jorichiro, and man, Jorichiro failed. He failed, and we were all like, what? No, this didn't happen. Like, we had to take a second for ourselves, like, this did not happen. But no, it happened. My gosh. But really brought a new look at the manga itself, because suddenly he comes in and he meets Soma. He's being like a substitute teacher at the school. And remember, the main gang, this is their start of their second year of high school. So it works differently in Japan. So they had the first year, the second year, and then they have their third year. Right now, they just started their second year, and he comes in, he challenges Soma to a Shokugeki, and Soma loses. Like, whoa, like, you literally see him in the trash, like, literally. I'm talking literally. It was, oh my gosh. You hate the character at first, but then you get to know more about him, so it's really something. Believe this. It's just something else. But right now, in the current chapter, we're at this point where Soma finally challenged the Asahi, I think that's how you say his name. I could be wrong, forgive me if I'm wrong. But yes, we challenge him and he wins, and we finally get to see a flashback of Soma's mother. Oh my gosh, my guys, we've been hinting at her since from not the very first chapter, but from the very beginning, because remember, Soma's dad, he always said, like, from the very beginning, that if you wanted to bring out the best food in yourself, that you needed to find a woman who would make you want to offer all your food to her. And I like when he first said that scene in both the anime and the manga, when he first said that to, well, the audience, you know. He was, it cuts, because he's talking about Soma, it cuts straight to the next page in scene. It cuts straight to Erina, so it kind of hints from the beginning, like, to me, that Soma and Erina were, like, meant to be together. Like, oh my gosh, I really want them together so badly, guys. I mean, come on. I'm a hardcore shipper for them. I really am. Like, we finally get to see the woman that brought Jorichiro out of his darkness, because he was in the dark. Like, he didn't even want to cook anymore, and this woman came along and helped him, inspire him to cook again. And oh my gosh, Soma looks like her. She's like a female Soma. It's beautiful, guys. I mean, look at her. She's beautiful. But there's one thing, like, of course, like, her last name is Yukihara, and of course, Jorichiro took her name, and we get to see Soma's grandfather, like his mother's dad, too. So that's something else. I thought we were just going to see the mom, but we know we saw her, too. And the restaurant is her dad's, and of course, Jorichiro inherits it after what happens. Like, it never explains what happens to the grandfather and Soma's mother, but it is very much hinted that they are both dead. So that's all we get from them. We don't really go into much detail. But the main thing that we know about Soma's mother is that she cannot cook. I mean, I knew this was kind of gonna happen. Like, I wish we could have seen a scene where exactly how they met, like how we got a scene about Erina's parents, how exactly they met. And I thought that was so cool. And it was so interesting to watch. I love like these kind of flashbacks where we see how the main character's parents get together, because it really brings into the story. But oh my gosh, we didn't see that with Soma's parents. No, we just saw how they were in the restaurant, how they acted as a family, and how we saw mainly Soma's mother. She, a beautiful woman like her, and she just could not cook. I mean, she could only cook one thing, and that was fried rice, which is the main dish that inspired the dish that Soma made that defeated Asabi. I cannot pronounce it. I am so sorry, guys. My pronunciation is terrible. I mean, I can say it perfectly in my head, but not and I can't speak it out. But okay, so he beats him with the dish that his mother came up with, and that was amazing, guys. I could not believe it. It was awesome, and oh my gosh, but I'm so glad we got to see her. I really want to see what she is colored out because she has like 2 different hair colors. Anyway, but okay, so now we're at this point where Soma defeats Asabi, and now it's the final tournament. It's between Soma and Erina, which is what we've been wanting from the very beginning. I mean, think about it, guys. They've never actually competed like in an actual food war together. I mean, there have been challenges where everybody's competing and say maybe Erina did it faster, something faster than him, or like she still won't acknowledge his cooking exactly. But my gosh, guys, this is like really something. We've never had an outright food war between the two of them. I mean, they're always challenging each other, but we've never exactly had a food war. Like, they never challenged each other for this, and I'm really excited for this. This is awesome. But Erina is having doubts now about her god tongue. How we see the scene in chapter 313 where she is starting to cook in the battle, and like Soma, he was trying to, like, he was really happy, like he was really excited about the challenge, but then he sees how depressed Erina is, and he's like he pauses, he's like, takes this into account, like my friend is sad, like something's wrong. So we cut to the next scene where the challenge actually starts, and Erina is so focused on her cooking, like she's just going at it like a blind zombie, basically, unconsciously cooking. And as she's doing this, she's crying, and then Soma comes along and he tastes her cooking and says that it's boring. Like, that's what he says. And this is the god tongue we're talking about here. But this is what it cuts off to the last scene of this chapter. It says that he's gonna make her something, and I don't know how this is gonna play out. I really hope that he really gives it his all. He gives his cooking its all. I really think that Soma is going to make a dish, and it's going to be something that is going to really impress Erina, because from the very beginning, when Soma first met Erina, he said from the very beginning that he was gonna do all he could to make her say that his food was delicious. So I really think that he's really gonna take into account her, like he's gonna be thinking about her, kind of like that she's the woman he's gonna be thinking about the food for. And I really can't wait until this happens. I'm really excited, but this is where we are right now. But come on, guys, I look at the chapter, and then it says in the very top, 3 more chapters until the end. I'm just like, no, this cannot be happening. I mean, come on, guys. I mean, we just barely got into their 2nd year. We're not even halfway done. I mean, look at all the arcs we've been through so far. When Soma first got in, to when he got his first Shokugeki, when they all went into the training camp, when they came back, when they did that little food festival, I forgot what the name of the arc was, and then when they challenged Erina's dad. I mean, that all, like those 300 chapters before, all happened when they were still in their 1st year, and now suddenly we just barely go into their next year, and we just have this one arc, this entire arc here, this whole story, and then we just suddenly get a notice saying 3 more chapters until the end. I'm just like, no, what about their 3rd year? I mean, we just barely got into their 2nd year, and that's it. I mean, and oh my gosh, guys, no, like, I really hope this is like a misunderstanding, or they're trying to trick us, because they said 3 more chapters until the end, and then there was going to be like a big announcement. I was looking up online, and they said there was going to be a big announcement. I wonder if this was just like a misunderstanding, like what they did with the Gintama. Remember how they said it was going to be like the last chapter, but they said no, they were actually just switching to where they were publishing. I don't know exactly how that happened, but that was like a big misunderstanding, and I really hope that they're just messing with us, okay? I mean, oh my gosh, come on, guys, like, I'm really upset about this. I mean, the story's going really good. I really hope they get together. I don't even know if it would be the right time for them to get together. Maybe they're just teasing us or something. I don't know. I really hope that we get to see more, because this telling us, like, reading the chapter and then suddenly getting this little sign that we only had 3 chapters left, and I don't know, looking at the Shokugeki as a whole, the whole manga and the whole story, it feels unfinished to me. I mean, like, you can't just say, like, out of the blue. This felt like out of the blue to me. I don't know if this has been around for a while. This is the first I've heard of it, but oh my gosh, it feels out of the blue to me. I mean, this cannot be happening. I mean, we've gone through so many Shokugeki, so many foodgasms, so much drama in the story, so many challenges, so many obstacles. I think there's more to this story. I really don't think that it should end right here. I mean, oh my gosh. I mean, we'll see what happens in the next few chapters. I really hope it still continues on and that they're just teasing us or tricking us. I don't know what's gonna happen. I really hope there's more to this story. It's a really good story. This manga has really changed my outlook on food. I look at it more directly. I always been a picky eater growing up, and now I'm like very open to eating everything now. It's just, my gosh, don't let this end. I want there to be more. Please, if you guys have any other information about what's going on here, if this is really gonna happen, or if they're just teasing us, please leave comments down below. Tell me what you think about this. What do you think is gonna happen? Do you really think it's gonna be the end of this, or you think they're just gonna make like a new sequel or something like this? I don't know exactly. Please leave comments down below on what you think about this, and anything else, any information that you want me to talk about in another video. If you guys want me to approach this topic again, please leave some links for me to look up. And please leave a comment down below, like this video, subscribe to my channel, and I will see you guys next time. Oh my gosh, let me know what you think about this. Okay guys, don't let Shokugeki end. We haven't seen enough food wars, okay? I want more recipes to try. I've never actually tried a recipe, but I got to. It's my challenge this summer. Okay guys, it was nice seeing you. Don't forget to like and subscribe this video, and I will see you guys again soon, okay?